Welcome back, everyone, to another part of Apologies Ace Attorney. I think it's part 21. A Turnabout Serenade. I sure hope we're getting closer to this because I don't know why they split up like this, but you know. Apollo, I can't believe it. It really happened during the second act. And right in the middle of Lamior's performance, while she was in that air vent, and that switch and the flaming guitar, when you link it all together, that's what you end up with. I knew you had it. I knew you had what it took. Oh, it's him. Ah, Daddy. Mr. Wright. You believed in me? Not really. Huh? Douche. I thought that'd make a cooler entrance than say hiya. Why do I even bother hoping? Where have you been lately? You haven't been coming to the office at all. Ah, sorry about that, Trucy. I'm on a secret mission. Secret? You mean like you're undercover? Like Mr. Latouche, only shorter and not as well dressed? Oh no, what if you're shot too? Ha ha ha. Would I do a thing? Would I do a thing like that to you? Anyway, I'm off for a while again. Huh? You're leaving? Oh, one thing before I go. What? Good luck. Right. Is that all you came to say? I think you have things pretty much under control. You'll get Machitobe off the hook, no doubt. Yeah, but you're after the detective, aren't you? Darian Crisand. It won't be easy proving he did it. Especially not under the current court system. The current court system? What did Prosecutor Gavin say during the trial? Your case is based on one fragile assumption, namely that our diva divine is telling the truth. But what about all that proof? The brooch and the switch, and the pudding pops and the the pudding pops. It'll be funny in the next Venus Wright game. Pudding pops is one of the evidence you have. Oh god. I would laugh so hard if that was a piece of jewelry and a lyrical blunder. There are plenty of other ways to explain these things. The flaming guitar, too. All because you lack definitive proof of their connection to the case. But if the sultry songstress is lying, your case melts like butter on a frying pan, leaving behind a faintly singed scent of failure. So what do I do? Like I said, good luck. And be aware that it will be impossible to prove his guilt by conventional means. Oh, that reminds me. I have something to give you from our detective friend. Detective Sky? Emma? Let's see. This is the bag of snacks here was meant for me. Ah, here it is. What are those? They don't look like very good snacking material. They are found at the scene. Analysis of the fragments revealed traces of gunpowder. Gunpowder? Probably a firecracker or something, like the ones kids are into these days. These fragments are found under the sofa at the scene of the crime, actually. Under the sofa. Hey, Apollo. Sorry about the microphone there. Sorry for me sniffing constantly. Whew. That's where we found that little device thingy. Right, this. Well, finally some evidence that makes sense. That's all for me, I suppose. See you after the verdict. Maybe. Right. Every man has an igniter inside of him. Excuse me? Find Darian Crisand's igniter and set it off. And he walked that door just like a magician normally. What does he want us to do? No conventional methods. What does that mean? I guess we just have to take his advice and hope it makes sense when the time comes. I guess. We're almost at the finish line. Hang in there, Trucy. Yes, please. Can we prove that Machitobe didn't do it? Longest case in the game, next to the last one. But you know, court is now back in session. Prosecutor Gavin, where is Detective Crisand? Very well.
Might I add, I don't believe any of this. He, Darian, was the first detective I ever worked with. We stopped working together when he moved to Criminal Affairs, Division 3. But his guitar playing, it fires my imagination.
That's nice, but it has nothing to do with the matter at hand. Correct?
Oh, I know, Herr Forehead.
Very well. Call the final witness to the stand. Detective Darian Crescend. Crescend.
Name and occupation, please.
Darian Crescend, Detective Criminal Affairs Division 3. That's the International Affairs Division for those of you who didn't know. And I'm a guitarist for the Gaviners. Maybe you've heard of us. Do you fully understand the circumstances under which you stand before us today? Yes, I understand, Your Honor. What I don't understand is how you let this happen, partner. You gave me your word I wouldn't be standing here.
The situation's changed, Darian. And don't call me partner.
Fair. So much for old friends. I see what you're doing, Darian. You're pressing the prosecution. Your Honor, if we could begin the trial. Yes, it's high time we did. Let's hear your testimony. You may begin with your response to Lamira's testimony with the screwing of Machi Tobie. In fact, do you have anything to say about it? Oh, I got plenty to say. Lying must be a national pastime in Virginia. And whatever you're from, Mr. Justice, ha! Conventional methods are out of the window, huh? To the window! Okay, here goes nothing. The diva's lying, plain and simple. She's got nothing to back up her story. In the first place, she never heard my voice. She forgot the words because she heard gunshots, as if. Didn't Detective Emma Sky hear those gunshots during the third set anyway? The shooting took place when I was on stage, man. He is really pissed. So would I. So you claim Lamira's testimony was a lie. Hey, don't get me wrong, I dig what she's doing, trying to protect that kid. And she's got the court eating vague statements out of her hand just cause she's blind.
You go too far, Darian.
Look, all I'm saying is you got a reliable witness. Why not listen to the detective? Detective Sky, I see. Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination. He didn't waste any time finding our weak spot. I can't do this with Lamira's testimony alone. I had to find some other way to prove when the shooting took place. Now, we want to press the fourth statement about Detective Emma Sky hearing the gunshots because I'm not sure if there's something about this right here that's really bugging me with the whole him knowing that she knows. Let's present the burnt where's it? Where is it? I'm about to say burnt guitar. Burnt fragments. Some things were found at the crime scene after yesterday's trial. What things? The first thing was this dildo. I mean, this small device.
That's a remote-triggered igniter.
Correct. And one more thing. What are those? The remains of something burnt? Not another guitar, I hope.
Traces of gunpowder were found on these fragments. We have a report that was something like a firecracker.
Eh? How did Gavin know about this?
What? You think Detective Sky works for you? I received the report this morning before coming here. That's when I made my decision, actually.
What decision is this, Prosecutor Gavin? Sorry about the silence there.
I registered Darian as a witness in today's trial. Just in case.
He looks pissed. This raises another possibility. Those gunshot-like sounds during the third set could have been triggered. Could have been two firecrackers rigged to go off by remote control. Ha ha! You got an active imagination, don't you? But you shouldn't say every little thing you think. Your explanation there seems to be a little too convenient to me. How so? So you're saying these fireworks crackers just happened to go off right when two witnesses came by walking. Ha! That's right. Darian was out on stage when it happened, Apollo. How would he know that someone was backstage right then? If a firecracker goes off in the forest, there's no one there to hear. You got my drift? Why go through the trouble, man? He's got a point there. How do I explain this?
He may not look it, but Darian is a gifted detective. Show any weakness, and he's sure to find it.
He may not look it, partner. Gee, thanks, man.
That reminds me. I happened to pass through that very hallway several times that day myself. And I saw something odd there just before the third set.
Something odd?
A headset, the kind all of the band and staff members were wearing.
That's right. You picked this up right in front of the door of the dressing room.
What if that headset wasn't dropped, but placed? And what if it was turned on?
You could hear what was going on in that hallway. Even if you were on stage. Faye, whose side are you on, Gavin?
Listen to me, Darian. There are no sides in the court of law. Which is why I now turn to you, Her Forehead. I have a question for you.
Huh? For me?
The igniter and the burnt fragments that were found at the scene of the crime is certainly a possibility that were part of a ruse to fake the sound of gunshots. Throw the headset from the hallway into the mix and you could fabricate an alibi. But we're still no closer to proving anything. Those gunshots might have been real or fake, we can't say.
Ugh.
You've raised the possibility that the shots heard during the third set were faked. Now you need to prove the other half of the case.
The other half? Look, I just tell you. He wants you to prove the thing went off in the second act, while our little piano player was on stage. That right, Gavin?
Indeed, if you can prove that. Then to continue this cross-examination would be pointless.
Well, Mr. Justice, can you prove the crime took place during the second set? Yeah, I think. You better know, Apollo, otherwise we're through. It can be proven.
You make it sound like someone else is going to come along and do it for you.
Let's continue with the cross-examination then, shall we? Witness your testimony, if you would. This isn't going to be easy. I need some decisive evidence, decisive proof, and fast. Hey, you ready, kid? 'Cause I am. I guess we gotta find some decisive proof. Okay, we're gonna do this last thing. I'm gonna end it right there. So we want to. We want to present something to this. We want to present. Oh, passed it right there. We want to present the mixing board to this statement. It seems there was a clear proof left behind. We have come by into an impasse. Right here in Lamuar's song. Her song? What exactly is this? Decisive thingy. A new variety of gramophone, perhaps? Come on, we just used this, and don't get me started on gramophone. This device was used to record the performance part by part.
You move the sliders to adjust the volume. Each instrument is adjustable separately, Lamuar's voice included.
Oh ho! But what does this prove? According to Lamuar's testimony, at the moment of the shooting, she forgot the words to the song.
Ah, you intend to examine the recording at that moment, yeah? We might even hear those gunshots.
Exactly. Sorry about excuse me. Ha! Ridiculous. I like how his hairstyle bobs down for a minute and bobs back up. How are you supposed to hear gunshots back in that dressing room from out on stage?
Have you forgotten, Darian? We were all wearing these headsets.
Oh.
We were all deeply involved in our performance. But Lamuar's headset would have picked up what she heard all the same.
Then let's get to analyzing that recording. Sorry about sniffing. Right now. I guess we gotta prove it right here. So I guess we'll continue this, and I hope to finish this real soon. So you guys won't be in the dark for too long. See you guys then.